5 years ago tonight, all of Omaha was saddened and in shock over what had happened in the office of Millard South High School. An angry student who had just been suspended returned to school and opened fire. He murdered a beloved assistant principal, critically injured the head principal, then killed himself. Tonight, a student who was inside, a parent who raced to the school to check on her daughter, and the former mayor all reflect on that dark day. Good evening, I'm Craig DeGrelli.
And I'm Jennifer Griswold. They talked about their fears and how they have overcome them in recent years. Reporter Nick Starling has their story new at 10. Nick?
5 years after Robert Butler Jr. fired gunshots inside Millard South High School, emotions still remain raw for those that lived through it. For others, this event changed their whole outlook on life. This was the scary, dramatic scene at Millard South 5 years ago.
And it was just loud, really chaotic, with all the sirens and everything going off.
Scripps employee Dina Kaluza's daughter was at Millard South under lockdown. Kaluza rushed from work to the school.
We didn't really know, nobody really knew what was going on.
She tried a text to see if her daughter was okay.
I told her to be quiet and that I loved her because I didn't know what was going on. So it was really upsetting, and it was hard to get a hold of her.
Also inside was then senior Kyler Erickson. He was in the office when Robert Butler Jr. shot and killed assistant principal Vicki Casper and wounded principal Curtis Case.
So during the lockdown, it was more of just survival mode. And so, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of other thoughts. It was just, how can I help myself and help those who are around me?
It's a moment Erickson does not like to reflect on. Erickson says he suffered from PTSD following the shooting. He went through treatments and made a video to inspire others to not be afraid to talk about mental illness.
Just to get my story out and to help people who are struggling just like me.
Erickson is now a star basketball player at UNO and uses this tragedy as a teaching moment.
What can we learn from it, and what positive things can come from that?
It was the most challenging and frustrating thing that I had happened.
Jim Suttle was mayor of Omaha at the time. He says during this dark moment, the light was the community.
In the aftermath of the shooting at Millard South, you saw all that beginning to come out as people were wanting to know what to do to help.
Now, the Millard School District did not wish to go on camera for this story, but issued a statement saying today was a normal day and Vicki Casper's legacy lives on at Millard South. It added that the community stepped up 3 years ago and passed an $80 million bond to put in secured entries at all the controlled entries at the school. Reporting live at Millard South tonight, Nick Starling, KMTV Action 3 News.